Yo, what is going on, guys? And welcome back to the Fourth Round Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Marshall, along with Colin, Dallas, and Donnie. We are back for week one of the NFL season. It has been a long off season. A lot of podcasts have been filmed, a lot of transactions, free agents, trades, drafts, all kinds of stuff have been happening. We're finally back to week one. It feels like yesterday we were talking about the Super Bowl, and now here we are talking about week one. We've got a whole year. We are back to weekly podcasts every Wednesday or Thursday, depending on what time we can get it out, will be the podcast release. And we're bringing picks every single week. We did our record predictions and we did our award predictions in the last two videos. Make sure you go check those out if you're curious. But today we'll be talking a little bit. Obviously, we had a huge trade in process with the Packers and Cowboys. We'll get into that for a while, and then we'll just get right into our week one picks for the first time this year. So, obviously, over this last weekend was week one of college football. Everyone was getting very excited for that, and boom, the bomb got dropped that the Cowboys were trading Micah Parsons to the Packers for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark, and then the Packers proceeded to pay him $188 million over 4 years. And on top of that, about a couple days later, it comes out that Micah Parsons is possibly not going to be able to play for this game against the Lions as he has back problems. I would imagine the Packers probably knew about it. It doesn't seem too serious, but back problems, as we know, as a lot of us have known Stafford for a long time, back problems linger. And honestly, that kind of stuff can be a little scary. Especially with how young Micah Parsons is. Obviously, Stafford's back pains were in his lower 30s, while Micah Parsons is 25 years old. So a little bit more concerning, but...
Well, especially considering the position he plays. I mean, that man is basically like getting into like 18 car accidents a game. It's what happens.
So the Cowboy, Jerry Jones finally moves on from Micah Parsons, gives him up 2 first-round picks. Is pretty well. I feel like we all thought that it could have been a little bit more.
I was swearing it was 3 first. I
had talked to Donnie on the phone. I thought that at least 3 should have been dealt, but Kenny Clark I don't even think is a big addition either. I think he's just an old defensive tackle who's going to get waived in a couple years anyways, if that. So, yeah, it's interesting.
Cowboys definitely lost that trade.
The Packers are now proceeding to pay Micah Parsons $188 million. Jordan Love is one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. Rashawn Gary, their other edge rusher, is getting paid $110 million. They got about $500 to $600 million between 3 different players, and one of those players is mid. So it's the Packers could be decent this year, but I feel like in a couple years they could be screwed.
I would agree. Their cap space is definitely screwed in a couple of years. They're definitely in an attempt at a win now mode, but I don't think that roster, the way that it is good enough to like actually win them. Get them all the way to the Super Bowl. I think it's certainly good enough that like if the Lions slip up enough this year, they could sneak in and steal the division away from them or one of the other top teams in the division. But I don't think it's going to get them to a Super Bowl. I think it gets them closer, but it's not enough to carry them to a Super Bowl. And I think they kind of have shelled out too much cash to actually get them, into a Super Bowl.
No, I think this makes them at least a playoff contender every year, in my opinion. This year, my predictions, I had the Bears in that slot. It could be the Packers now. I think Micah Parsons is that guy, and he's 24 years old. He's one of the best edge rushers in the game. And the fact that they got him for 2 first-round picks, basically, I think that's a steal. I think it's going to suck seeing him twice a year in the division. It's going to suck. And I know earlier in the group chat, we were comparing him to Khalil Mack. I think he's better than Khalil Mack. I honestly do. And I think he's going to have a little bit more longevity than Khalil Mack. So I think it's going to suck to see him twice a year in the division. And especially Goff's not the most mobile quarterback. So odds are...
what you're talking about. He's got wheels.
He's got secret wheels. You don't see him often, but I think Micah's going to cause havoc in this NFC North.
Yeah. My first thought was the Cowboys, just what the fuck are we doing? Because this is not... let's like... Just to be clear, like, it can't be the start of a rebuild. Like, you're paying Dak $60 million a year. You're paying CD damn near top of the market for wide receivers. So it's like, this is a move that would like send you into a rebuild, but like you can't rebuild. Like, you were paying Dak the most
I feel
money
like if
of
they
any
would have
quarterback.
shipped off CD and Micah Parsons and got 3 to 4 first-round picks for
problem
all
is-
of them, then maybe we'd be on to something. But yeah, you just paid CD and Dak, but we're not going to play Micah. Like,
The problem is, like, if you're gonna do a rebuild, logically, the things you would get rid of is a high money wide receiver and like an older quarterback. Like, Dak's not old, but he's, I believe, 31, 32. Like, that's old-ish in the NFL. And the one thing you would keep is like the young star ascending, potentially Hall of Fame level player that Micah Parsons is. So it's like, you could tell this is just Jerry being stuck in his own ways, because I don't think the Cowboys are in a position to rebuild. I think they're heading towards a rebuild. My problem is I think they're 2 years away from hitting rock bottom to begin to actually, you know what I mean, like do a rebuild. So I think they're kind of stuck in limbo right now. I think they're in like the worst spot you can be in. I think once Jerry backed himself into this corner, like, I was mad it was only 2 first-round picks, but like Jerry backed himself into such a corner where, like, realistically, I guess that's about as much as they were going to get. I mean, Rashad Gary, like, if you were to just trade him, he's probably worth like a 3rd, 4th-round pick. So if you want to compare it all to picks, it's 2 firsts and a 3rd. Like, that's not awful. They could have got a lot more. Like, we all expected a lot more if they would have done this months ago before all this drama and like before Micah started really forcing their hand. So I think that's a big misstep. But I kind of have a rare take that is going to sound crazy
Oh man.
coming from a Lions fan. But now that we're a few days past this and I've really got to digest it, I'm kind of excited, I'm not going to lie. Because it's pretty rare that you get a real, like, we all are kind of low on the Packers, right? And for different reasons. But like, if this is like a true, we're either right or we're wrong. Like, me and Marshall are hesitant on Jordan Love. But like, if Jordan Love's a guy, there is no reason the Packers aren't starting like potentially literally a dynasty level little run to go on here. They're still the youngest team in the league. They've been the youngest team in the league for 3 years now. They were the youngest team to make the playoffs last year. They were the youngest team to make the playoffs the year before that. So like, there's no reason for them to not go on a run.
there's
Micah's
no
only
excuses.
26.
Yeah.
Micah's only 26. Jordan Love, I believe, is 26, 27. Everybody's paid. Everybody's locked up. Everybody else is on young rookie contracts. Like,
They should win the
If-
division, theoretically.
You just got Jordan Love a nice 1st-round wide receiver.
Yep.
Two.
They-
yes, and everybody's high on golden. Like, we're skeptical, but a lot of the media and stuff isn't. Like, there was a couple of us that had them finishing like 3rd, 4th in division. They were the second, I believe they were the second odds favorites to win the division before the trade. Now they're
They
the
were.
favorites.
Right.
Like,
I'm kind of on the rope where
if Jordan
feel like-
Jordan Love is a guy, like, I kind of said my take weird, but like, if Jordan Love's a guy and we're wrong, like, we're gonna find out this
Oh, yeah.
year. Like, there's no reason for the Packers to
I feel
not
like
win it all
it's
immediately.
a little bit weird for me to say, but I feel like I know we won the division obviously by a wild amount last year, but I feel like this is getting close to like, this is the Packers division to lose. We didn't really gain anything in a sense. We didn't really gain much this offseason as in terms of the Lions. You know, we got a couple people back. We get a lot of people back from injury. But besides our draft, our really late 1st-round draft pick, and then basically swapping Carlton Davis for DJ Reed, we didn't really add a crazy amount of anything. I feel like the Packers have now gone all in on their quarterback. They signed a 1st-round wide receiver. They go all in on the best edge rusher in football. I feel like this is basically, if they can't beat us this year, and we are kind of almost like, the Lions definitely have taken a step down from where they were, and the Packers have gone a step up. If they can't beat us this year and they can't win the division, the Packers, as a Packers fan, if you cannot win the division this year, I feel like you're almost in help mode. Not like rebuild the whole team, but like we just spent all this money.
Can't rebuild.
Yeah, no, we just spent all
we
got.
you
But
can't
we
really
just
rebuild.
the Packers just spent all this money, and they still can't beat the Lions. The Lions have money to spend, and the Packers have and the Lions have first round picks. The Packers don't. They cannot pay. We're going to keep our money and pay our people. They've already paid their people. They can't go out and pay anything else. It's like,
yeah,
I feel like the Packers
they're selling out to try and win now.
Yeah,
like it's next 2 years, or it's not going to happen for a while.
I mean, I would
say 4. I would say this gives them like a 4-year run.
Oh yeah.
Once Jordan Love Micah's deal's 4 years. I think 3 to 4 years is realistically the run. Because then Micah will be 30. Jordan Love will be 30, 31. Like then it's more of like they would still be open, but like all these guys, say Matthew Golden's good and Jalen Reed pops off and all these other guys, like they're all going to be due their contracts.
Put some respect on his name, Jaden Reed.
I'm good. But like it's just they realistically think they can win the Super Bowl within the next 3 years, and I think that's fucking insane.
Me and Donnie are about to get proved
if Jordan Love's a guy,
we were right about Jordan Love or not.
If we are wrong about Jordan Love, there's no reason the Packers should not win the Super Bowl this year. Like legit, unless you think the Eagles are going to be the exact same unit and Saquon's going to have like a near 2,000-yard year again, like they should win the NFC. They should win the NFC.
There are plenty of guys out there in NFL history that never won a Super Bowl.
What's the hole on Green Bay though? Before this trade, the one big thing about the Packers was they don't have enough pass rush. They have Rashawn Gary and they had nobody else. Okay, so now you went out and you get I'm not going to say he's the best pass rusher because I think Myles Garrett's the best pass rusher, but a top pass rusher, one of the best young defensive guys. Yeah, top 5 for sure.
I kind of just throw Micah Parsons, TJ Watt, and Myles Garrett, and like that. Every time I talk about them, they're
that
usually
elite tier.
Yeah, they're the tier to beat.
Yeah, but yeah, there's just I look at it as if Jordan Love is what everybody thinks he is. Outside of us 4 and a couple like of the skeptical people, there's no reason the Packers should not be a absolute like making the NFC Championship every year for the next couple years. Like, I
want to agree with you guys.
I don't see how you can thread the needle of their expectations.
Dallas, I think I might be with you. Where like that sounds like a perfectly reasonable take, but I just can't agree with it.
Well, my thing is, on paper, the Lions are a better team. Donnie, for a little bit, you were saying the Bears were a better team than the Lions.
No, I don't.
Like,
I've never said that.
You might have said it once or twice in the group chat.
I said I think the Bears
did have them winning the NFC North. So.
I think the Bears can win the division. I don't think they're the better team. Especially if you look at the roster.
I just don't see how they have to win the Super Bowl with this roster, but their roster is probably not even a top 10 NFC roster.
But the thing is, like,
and then they don't have the type of money or picks to improve it, which is the thing that they are kind of almost selling out to the point to try and go get a Super Bowl.
I mean, they certainly think that they're close to a Super Bowl. That's what that trade was. Is they think that they are that close to a Super Bowl that all it's going to take is adding a Micah Parsons.
The way we talk about the Packers is very different than how, like, if you look at any like news publication like ESPN, any analyst, or most analysts, I guess I should say, how they talk about the Packers and how we talk about the Packers are night and day. The Packers were top 10 Super Bowl odds before this trade. They are now top 5 to win the Super Bowl after trading for Micah Parsons. They had a 600-point bump in odds trading for just Micah Parsons, which, betting-wise, that's fucking insane. That doesn't happen.
That is wild.
Yeah. That doesn't happen unless you get a top-tier quarterback. They didn't get a top tier.
I mean, do you think that may just be the books capitalizing on people overhyping them right now, though?
Yeah, because you could say, like,
for sure.
It's like the same thing with Kevin Durant.
Just because the books set the odds at a certain point doesn't mean like that is more likely to happen.
This week one could realistically, this week one could determine a lot, because obviously this week I would say their biggest threat, because I feel like the Packers should go out and win the division after a big trade like that. Like I feel like they need to prove themselves. This week one could change a lot. I think if the Lions start out with a win, that on the road to then going back at home to play the Bears, to then play two, and then to play the Browns, and then the Ravens are pretty good, but starting out with that win, and then the Packers, they actually after this game have a short week to then have to play the Commanders. So if they lose, I think the momentum's not looking good. That they have to go on a short week. They might start out 0-2. Lions start out 2-0, and then as a Packers fan, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is not good.
So I would say I'm gonna ask you guys, because like I don't think you guys agree to the level I'm at with this Packers team. Like, say Jordan Love is a guy, and like he turns into a bona fide top 8 quarterback, say like what he's hyped up to be. What else would stop the Packers from making the Super Bowl? Like realistically, if he turns it, if he's the guy, if last year was a mistake, and the end of his first year is who he actually is, like a lot of people think, like what would realistically hold them back over the next
secondary and Matt LaFleur?
I would say their secondary
is good.
No, their secondary ain't bad. Besides Xavier McKinney, their corners
I'd say
are not
experience. Experience would hold them back to start.
That's true.
Because once you guys said it was
so you go up against a veteran team in that NFC
like,
Championship, I don't care whether that's in Lambeau or not. You're not
like look at a lot of these older NFC teams. Like I didn't know this. I didn't know the Commanders are actually the oldest team in the NFL. I didn't know that. I thought they would be a younger team, but I don't think they're Super Bowl or bust over the next 3 years like the Packers right now are. You got to look at the Eagles. The Eagles have a lot of young guys, but unless you're Mahomes, I'm not going to consider your Super Bowl window to be 3, 4, 5 years long. I think unless you have Mahomes or Brady, it doesn't really happen that often. The Lions, which, I mean, is kind of, you know what I mean? Like, we should be good for the next 5 years, but who knows? I just don't see, like, if Jordan Love is a guy, like, I just don't see any reason.
Their secondary is really what's going to kill them.
Yes, but you're not thinking. This trade is to help the secondary too. Like this pass rush,
I agree,
should be good enough to help out that secondary a lot, and they have a good safety duo.
Let's hope it does. But again, the Lions, good offensive line. They get into the secondary. You got Nate Hobbs, who hasn't actually completed a full season since his rookie year in 2021. He's coming over from the Raiders. And then Nixon, who has been okay, but I've also heard a lot of Packers fans not be a big fan of him. And in the NFC North, at wide receiver, Amon-Ra, J-Mo, Tesla, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Adam Thielen, DJ Moore, Roman Dunze. Like, so you better hope that Micah Parsons is that guy, and he really is going to be this amazing, or else if they can't get there a lot of the times, boy, it is going to be not a great day for that defense.
I view it as the Packers saying we are ready to win a Super Bowl as currently constructed, and that's why my original statement was they have a lot to lose this season. They have a lot to lose.
My take Imagine they go out and go 8-9. Oh, I would not want to be Packers.
Take is, I think it's reasonable to say my take is if that's what they think their roster is, that's what I'm holding them to, and I'm going to judge them like they apparently think they're in the class of Kansas City, Buffalo, the Eagle, like they think they're there. I don't think they're there, but I'm going to judge them as if they're there because they just told everybody. They just told.
What'd they tell everybody?
What are they telling? The suspense is killing me.
I do know what he was saying though, because I feel like them going out and doing this is they basically said they're the shit. I think they just got a lot to lose.
Doesn't mean they actually are, though.
Like I said, the Lions didn't really gain a lot, and obviously, if we lose the division to the Packers and make a wild card spot, that shows okay. They went out and got a lot of people, but gave up first round picks to do it. Makes sense, okay? The Lions obviously didn't go get a lot of people. Hutch coming back from that injury could have affected him. Aline playing only half the year. We need to go fill in these certain positions. So I feel like if the Packers do win the division, it's good but if they lose the division,
his laptop died.
Okay, well, we'll get him back in here in a second. We'll finish up this while he'll join back for picks. But it's it's going to be interesting. Like I said, I think a lot of this determined week one I'm going to be shitting bricks because this could determine both of our seasons. I think if we start out with, if the Lions start out with a loss, 0-1 in the division
too.
Yeah, that it could ruin our morale going into that Bears game. We could lose that. Then we play Ravens. That could be an 0-3 start. But if we beat the Packers, the Packers have a short week after a loss, and then they play the Commanders in prime time. Like, that is not exactly what I'd want to do. And Jaden Daniels is going to run all over you. So they're already going to be tired.
I think the Lions need to win more than the Packers, in my opinion. Because in my eyes, if I'm the Packers, I lost to the team who won back-to-back division titles. Next week, I go and play the team that was in the NFC Championship game. Like, I'm losing to good teams. Like, does that suck? Yes, but I can rebound off of that. Like, okay, now that's the bar. We gotta just hit that bar now.
Right.
And I don't know who they play week 3.
I think whoever wins week 1 wins week 2, and whoever loses week 1 loses week 2. That's my opinion.
Go on the road to Cleveland in week 3, so they will not start out 0-3.
No, I don't think that. Hey, you never know, man. Joe Flacco. We know how Joe Flacco be when he comes into that starting role sometimes. He could go crazy. Imagine he beats the Packers week 3, beats the Lions week 4, goes on an insane run.
Shut up. Why would you even say that?
He'll win another Comeback Player of the Year award.
Yeah, he would. All right. Well, we thought that was basically all the big news. Obviously, usually before the NFL season, we don't get big news like this because training camp's over. Everyone wants to set their team in stone.
It's always the Cowboys.
Everyone wants to set their team in stone and just go into the season, do their walkthroughs and call it a good end to the offseason. But obviously, we got something to talk about, so it is what it is. But Colin, roll us into the first picks of the year.
Yeah, first picks of the year, Thursday night football. This one is a little less interesting now that Micah Parsons is no longer in Dallas. But Cowboys at Eagles, no question, especially now that there's no Micah Parsons to try and save them. Give me the Eagles.
I'm going to go on a little monologue here for you guys.
Oh boy.
Gentlemen.
Gentlemen.
It's
about to go crazy.
Maybe he should have started if he has a fucking monologue prepared. Jesus.
Gentlemen, for the last 236 days, I have been your reigning, defending, undisputed champion.
I should mute you right now.
Yeah, you should, because he's fucking going on a shitty WWE promo.
And when I tell you that this year, the streak continues, the reign continues, it starts with this week 1 pick. And I'm going Eagles, easy money over the Cowboys.
Good fucking God.
I don't really think the Cowboys trading Parsons honestly affects this game like by more than 2 touchdowns. Like I do think the Eagles were gonna win regardless, but I know Micah Parsons leave, but I feel like he was just going to either sit out, or I feel like they've been planning on him just not playing or being a sassy whatever. Like they're kind of just over him. So I do still think the Eagles are going to win. I just don't think it's going to. I think it could be a little bit of a shootout. I think that Cowboys offense did go up a little bit. I think we're going to see. I know Donnie was a huge fan of him at one time, but Javonte Williams. I think we're going to see a little comeback, and he plays pretty well on that offense. And I think George Pickens with CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's always great. But I think Dak's going to have one of those years. So I think it's like a 10-point game, but it is a good game up until like maybe the fourth quarter. So give me the Eagles.
Whenever there's like a lot of negative press around a team, no matter what it is, I usually tend to lean that side just because like whenever the world seems like it's falling, usually it's not, like in the NFL. Like usually media and books and fans seem to overcorrect what they should.
Like you've done all offseason for the Lions?
Yeah, I have. I'm not saying I'm not guilty. I'm saying it happened. And historically, this game is not a blowout. Like, especially if you're the defending champ hosting the game. Like, this game's been a blowout a couple of times within the last like 20 years, and one of the only times it's been in recent memory is when the Rams lost to the Bills. If you guys remember that, because the Rams lost like literally everybody. That was one of the only blowouts. So historically, this game is always close, or like the home team loses. Yeah, I think this bucks all that trend, and I think Jerry Jones is gonna get absolutely embarrassed on national television, and I think. Honestly, Cowboy fans aren't even going to be that mad about it. I think they're going to be kind of happy that Jerry has to eat crow in front of the world for 4 straight hours. So I'm going Eagles, and this could be like a 4-touchdown game. Like, I think they are going to absolutely blast the Cowboys.
Damn. I think that's a little disrespectful, but that's fine.
I think
we're back. We're back with picks when Donnie ends his pick and Colin hits us with one word and one word only, and we never know what word it is. It could be damn, all right, and like anything. It's always a Colin one word.
Yep, I just think I know we're not going to redo our predictions. I think the Cowboys went from a 7-win team to like a 3-win team. They just not even. Not even because they lost Micah. Whoa. I think this is punting on the season. They play 4 days twice, before it starts. Yeah, I think the Giants will be easily better than the Cowboys. Like,
100%.
Very much.
100%.
I
had the Cowboys last in the East. I didn't have them at 3 wins.
I'm pretty sure I had the Cowboys last. I had them last at like 7. That Giants defense is going to be
all
good.
Right,
like,
Cowboys Super Bowl incoming.
True.
I think it's going to get ugly fast in Dallas.
All right. Chiefs and Chargers in Brazil, neutral site game on Friday night. This one's kind of a tough one, honestly.
Hey, there it is. This one's
gotta check off that box, but like actually, it is.
I'm gonna actually make a counter, mark it one. It's a tough one.
Do a TikTok at the end of the season of all of my. This one's a tough one.
Oh my God, we should.
No, like actually though, I do think this one is a tough one to pick. But...
I can't wait till we get Miami Indy. This one's a tough one.
The over under, if we do that ticker, well, I'm not shitting you.
The real like catchphrase is this one's an ugly fucking game.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
This one's not ugly. It's just a tough one to pick. I was pretty high on the Chargers in my preseason picks, but I'm gonna go Chiefs here.
Yeah, Marshall, you have to put some sort of marker on the predictions on your spreadsheet on whether or not Colin said this is a tough game or an ugly game.
I can do that.
You got to put like a U or a T next to his prediction.
We need to have his win-loss on if they are ugly games or if they're actually good games.
But yeah, Brazil game, Chiefs, Chargers. Think this is going to be a good matchup. Probably a tough one to pick, being neutral site. I gotta go with the Chiefs though. Old reliable Chiefs over Chargers.
Obviously, no home field advantage for the Chargers here. First game in Brazil ever. I don't know. It's one of those things like week 1 determined is such a just. Obviously, there's a lot of easy ones to pick. But some of them are just toss-ups. I always love NFL betting week 1 because it's the best week to bet on like the second and third stringers, because like the one year that Sammy Watkins went for like 200 yards in week 1 and no one even like had him on their fantasy team, you always got those people. I just feel like the Chargers might come out swinging and they just might surprise the hell out of people, or they could suck. But I think that there's a stunner in Brazil, and I think the Chargers go get the win.
Yeah, Marshall talked about that. Harbaugh. Marshall talked about the Chargers not having home field advantage. Crazy enough, they're going to have as much Charger fans in the stadium there in Brazil as they would at home in LA. So I don't think we really have to factor that in. Yeah, I think this is going to be a sneaky good game. I mean, Jim Harbaugh is not going to let the Chargers get blown out. Really, I don't think at all. I think the Chiefs are going to come out firing, though. I mean, the offense has been so stagnant the last couple of years. But the Chiefs just don't lose in September. Like, they just don't. I don't think this game being in Brazil is going to change that too much. I'm going with the Chiefs.
All right. Dolphins at Colts. Give me the Dolphins.
Ooh, what a fucking...
You know what? I think this one's going to be trademarked by Colin, so don't sue me. An ugly fucking game.
I agree, but I had already said it once, so I.
What are the odds Daniel Jones get benched week 1?
Yeah, I just hate the Colts quarterback situation. I can't trust it. I'm gonna go
That's
Dolphins.
literally
money
the only
line.
reason I'm picking the Dolphins is because the Colts do not have a real quarterback right now.
I don't know why, but what Donnie said, the Chiefs don't lose in September. I think their last loss in September was to the Lions.
The Lions.
It was Dan
that
Campbell.
week.
I believe it was.
I just when he said that, that immediately popped in my head. I was like, I think the last time I lost in September was the Lions in 2023.
I mean, they're like
And
16
that was their
2
first
in
like
September.
week 1 loss in a long time.
They're like Andy Reid with them under Andy Reid.
And it was
they
on a
were
banner night. They were
runs.
hanging the banner from the
Banner
Super Bowl,
night.
man.
Yeah,
I really want to go Colts for some reason, just because everyone's going Miami, but I don't think I can do it. If it was any other team, I would say I could go with Indy, but I think the speed from Tyreek, Waddle, and A-Chain alone will get them this win. I'm going Miami.
Yeah, I think these teams both give off like a similar vibe. Like, I don't think either of these teams really know what the fuck they're doing, honestly. I was leaning Dolphins, but just you guys giving your picks for some reason, I think this is going to be one of only literally maybe 2 or 3 Danny Dimes led victories for the Colts this year. I'm going to ride with the Colts. I think the vibes are awful in Miami.
Hell yeah.
Fair.
That's valid. Steelers at Jets. Aaron Rodgers revenge game.
Dual revenge game.
Dual revenge game.
Okay,
Justin
I
I think
Fields.
this is more of a Jets revenge game than it is an Aaron revenge.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I just don't see Aaron Glenn getting it done week 1 against Mike Tomlin. And I think Aaron Rodgers has a nice little game in his Steelers debut. Give me the Steelers.
Yep, nope. I'm going Steelers. Mike Tomlin versus rookie head coaches. He's like 85% win percentage. I'm going Steelers.
Jets are at home. They do got some solid players. So I'm going to go with the Jets Jets at home against the Steelers. No revenge game for Rodgers, but a revenge game for Justin Fields. I think the Jets get it done at home.
Yeah, it being in New York, Aaron Glenn, defensive guy. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I don't know what the over-under is, but I would probably damn near be betting the under. Yeah, I think the Jets are going to come out. I think there's going to be a lot of energy because I don't think anybody thinks the Jets are going to do good. So this is one of their only like games that's going to mean a lot this year for them, is kind of sticking it to Aaron Rodgers. But I don't think Justin Fields is an NFL level quarterback, and I don't think he's going to start all year. I think he's going to get benched at some point. I think it's going to be ugly in New York. Adrian Martinez, last I know, who was a UFL MVP a couple years ago.
He went to Nebraska. I remember him.
It might not even be him. It might be some guy they fucking picked up off the street. It might be Hendon Hooker, honestly, for all I fucking know. Whoever it is, I don't think
he's a
Justin
backup.
Fields,
He got signed to the Panthers. He ain't started.
I don't think Justin Fields. I don't think Fields is playing all year. I think all the stuff in camp of him struggling to throw the ball, I believe it. Yeah, and it's Justin Fields against a Steelers defense that's always good. So yeah, give me the Steelers easy.
All right. Ugly game number 2, Panthers at Jags.
Ugly fucking game.
We're starting off strong week 1.
I don't honestly think this is an ugly game. I really don't. Maybe 2
This is a
years ago.
sneaky good game, honestly.
I think this is a sneaky good game. I think
it's going to be. These teams are both bad, so
2022. This would be the ugliest game ever.
That's
it's
true.
going to be a sneaky
That's
good game,
true.
as in it's going to be 17-14. It's going to take
It's
35
gonna come
minutes a
down to
game.
the wire,
for the
yeah.
first thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I do think it's going to be a close one, but just because it's at home, give me the Jags by like 3, last second field goal or something.
I am also gonna go Jags with my pick. I just think the Jags are just a little bit more early season ready than the Panthers normally are. The Panthers normally start slow and build up. That's what they did last year. I think the Jags are start start good and then fizzle out team. So I'm gonna go Jags.
I'm very high on Bryce Young and the Panthers, but I'm very high this year on the Jags. I think I have them making the playoffs. So I am going with the Jags against the Panthers week 1.
I think this is a rare. Both quarterbacks have to come out in prove-it years, guns firing. I like Liam Cohen, but I don't like any other part of that Jags team, really, to be honest with you. I've been a Bryce Young D1 level hater the last couple of years, but I don't know if it's just the end of the last year. I've come around more on Bryce Young. Now, this is my
highest view. He ended off last year crazy.
Yeah,
that last
true.
game for the Falcons just needed to win to make the playoffs, and bro absolutely annihilated them.
He did well. I think I think if the Panthers are going to be good at all this year, I think they are going to come out immediately and have a good little run to start the year. If they're good, like I said, not a guarantee by any means. I think Chuba Hubbard is going to run all over that Jags defense because I don't believe in the Jags defense. So give me the Panthers.
I think Hubbard could be a top 5 running back by the end of the year.
Hubbard is
I don't
a
know
dog.
about that. I don't know about top.
Watching him in some of those games last year, a lot of the Panthers' end of season success was because of Chuba Hubbard, like just being a fucking freak, and it opened up a lot for Bryce Young. So Pete comes out, guns blazing. Panthers could make some noise this year.
All right.
Wait, who was your pick?
Panthers.
Okay.
Cardinals at Saints. Can't believe I'm gonna pick Kyler Murray in this one. Give me
what a fucking Colin. You can say it. This is
this could be an ugly game.
Yeah, I'm picking cards. I'm giving the prediction that Donnie had for the Eagles Cowboys. I think the Cardinals win by like 4 touchdowns. Like it's gonna be a blowout.
I don't know, man.
Bad.
Saints week 1 go crazy last year.
I was gonna say, let's not forget the Saints were, I believe,
who are they rolling out there at quarterback? Is it Spencer Rattler?
Spencer Rattler.
Oh my God.
Remember the fucking name, Colin.
Oh, I remember. I especially remember how you wanted him to start over Caleb Williams at Oklahoma.
Hey, we won't talk about that.
I can stand by that. Yeah, I got the Cardinals. Honestly, probably I don't know about 4 touchdowns, like 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, this one's kind of a tougher one to pick for me, honestly. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I think the Cardinals just have weird vibes. They're kind of like the Dolphins to me. They could either be a playoff team or they could win 2 games. Like, I don't really know how to judge them. The Saints have so many veterans. If they're going to win any games at all this year, they're going to come early like they did last year. Just because as those older guys like Alvin Kamara and them, like if they're going to be good, it's going to be this first month of the season. I think Spencer Rattler is going to come out and he's not going to look bad. I still don't think that Cardinals defense has enough to it. So give me the Saints to kind of shock the world. Maybe they go on a run and score 50 points like they did last year against Dallas. So not ruling it out. With Spencer Rattler quarterback, anything is possible.
That's insane. Giants at Commanders. We were talking about it earlier. I know Donnie and I were talking about the defense being a little bit better than people are, giving the Giants credit for. And I think that's going to help them out a lot in this game. And this game is going to be a lot closer than people think it'll be. But I'm still going to take the Commanders at home in this one.
No, yeah, I agree. I just blanked on what I was going to say.
You picked Cardinals, right, Donnie?
No, I picked the...
Oh, that was a serious question? I thought you were joking.
No,
he picked the Saints.
Okay. I was something in my spreadsheet totally just like went blank, so I was trying to fix it. So okay, cool.
Okay, so yeah. No, I agree. The Giants defensive line, I think, is one of the best in the NFL. The defense is underrated for sure. But I don't think there's a sophomore slump for Jane Daniels. I think he's just going to keep firing it. I don't see any slowing down for him, so I'm gonna go Commanders.
Yeah, I do think this is a little bit closer than I think people could be. Like they're like 3-4 touchdowns. At home, it's obviously a Commanders win. I'm just thinking. I think that I don't want to hate on the Giants too much. I think that defense could help them a lot. But I do have the Commanders in this game.
I just feel that the Giants' offense has no identity right now. You got
Malik
Russell
Neighbors
Wilson.
is really that guy. If
He is.
Wilson can just put together some games and Neighbors is a beast and they can be a duo, I think they could maybe put together 6-7 wins, 8 maybe at the most. But that's a big if.
I think this is going to be a sneaky, great game. I think the not only it being an in-division game, which are always just naturally tighter than any other game, just because the teams know each other so well. I think the strengths of the Giants fit the strengths of the Commanders. Like the Commanders' offense versus the Giants' defense, I think is going to be some of the best football we watch Week 1. I'm not saying that on the other side of the ball because I think the Commanders' defense sucks and I think the Giants' offense sucks. So that's going to be a tough watch. I'm not gonna lie. If this was in New York, I would take the Giants with conviction. It being in Landover, kind of, it makes it a toss-up for me. I think you guys all went Commanders. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say the Giants defense shows up and shows out. And I like Jane Daniels.
I almost went Giants.
I think this is solely I think this Giants D-line is going to come out and be like one of the best units in all of football. I think they're going to come out and be fucking animals.
I think Abdul Carter is going to be insane.
I think Abdul Carter is going to be in top 10 DN discussions immediately, and I think it's going to start this game. So yeah, give me the Giants.
I almost went Giants, so I respect it. Buccaneers at Falcons. Michael Penix starting for the Falcons. No Kirko Chains this year, fortunately.
Sad.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Kirko
I know
Chains
Dallas. You had
sometime
the Bucks as the 1 seed in the NFC. If that were to happen, it would have to start this week, and I think it will. Give me the Buccaneers getting the win. Little revenge from last year with their trip to Atlanta, and they're gonna start off the year right with a dub.
Yeah, I do think this will be a close game, division game, of course. But yeah, I do have the Bucks coming out with the victory. I think we get a good Baker showing. He's just gonna be rifling it down to all of his weapons. No Godwin. He's missing one other person. No Kate Otten. But I think he's gonna find Mike Evans in the end zone. The rookie was Ibuka. I don't know, but I think they're going to have a good offensive showing, and I just don't know if the Falcons' offense could keep up.
Yeah, I think it could be a reversal last year. They start Penix, he sucks. Kirko Chains comes back in and finishes off the year. I'm calling
That'd be crazy.
I don't think that will happen, but there's a strong
No,
possibility.
I think they're going to get to
I'm
a
not
point.
completely sold on Michael Penix, so I do have the Bucks winning this game, though. I think their offense is just too insane this year. Even if their defense was, which I think their defense is okay, even if their defense was bad, I feel like the Bucks might score 80% of their possessions, if not more. So I think they're just going to be too hard to contain. Give me the Bucks.
Real quick, Donnie, before you go, I got a fun take. Kirk Cousins is going to be starting before the season's over, but I think it's going to be for the New York Jets.
Interesting.
I don't hate that take at all.
Jets
I
Super
think
Bowl
he's gonna
incoming.
start, I think he is getting traded somewhere.
Jets Super Bowl.
Just
If
throwing it
Michael-
out in there.
I think
If
he's got.
Mike-
I think he's got a good 2, maybe 3 years if a team is lucky left in him, and I think that's enough time that they could bridge the gap with Kirk Cousins for sure.
Yeah, unless Michael Penix gets hurt within the first 2 months of the year, and they need Kirk to play. If Penix, if he looks okay, and he's healthy by week 7, 8, I think Kirk's getting shipped somewhere. I think that would be enough time where the Jets say, "Hey, we're fucking done with Justin Fields." So I don't hate that at all. I think the Bucs offense is going to come out and look a little bit more rough than what everybody expects. I think losing Liam Cohen is going to hurt because he's such a good offensive mind. Even though that offense is stacked, I think it's hard to replace a good coordinator more than what people think. I think the Lions are going to suffer from that a little bit too. The Bucs not to the same level, obviously, because I don't think Liam Cohen's Ben Johnson, but I think everybody's way too high on the Falcons. Like, so many people have them as a playoff team. Unless Michael Penix is great, which I don't see them contending for a playoff spot. They might get last in that division, honestly, depending on how the Panthers, if they pop or not. Yeah, give me the. I don't think the score is going to look like
Falcons below the Saints.
Yeah, I forgot the Saints are there.
I was like, hold the phone. We need to clarify that.
I think
after week one,
they'll be.
He did have the Saints winning.
That's true.
I think they'll be closer. I'll say I think they'll be closer to the Saints than they will the Bucs, who end up winning the division. I think they'll be closer towards the bottom.
I think that's a respectable take. I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah, I'm just not high on them. So give me the Bucs. I don't think it's gonna look like. I think the score could be close, but I think the Bucs win it handedly in terms of flow.
Convincing, convincing win.
Yeah.
All right. Bengals at Browns. Bengals always start off slow. Joe Burrow has a history of underperforming against the Browns. Everything's telling me I should pick the Browns in this one, but I'm still not going to. I think the Bengals finally start off the year with a win, and kind of carry a little bit of that momentum from last year into this year. Hendrickson just got his deal. All of that's figured out. I think he has a nice game. Give me the Bengals.
Yep, I'm going with the Bengals. They started most of their starters for the preseason, so I think that's going to knock off that rust that they always start off the season with. I think they win. I'll give it a touchdown game, though. I don't think it's going to be a convincing win, but it'll win.
Yeah, I know the history. Obviously, they have lost to Cleveland a lot since Joe Burrow's been there, and they do not start well. But I think this team's a little bit better than it was last year, the years before. I'm going to go Cleveland. Or, sorry, I'm going to go Cincinnati.
Don't lock it in.
No.
Lock it in.
I got the spreadsheet. I'm going Cincinnati. I'm sorry.
It's all right, Marshall. I got you.
I know you're going Cleveland. I actually already wrote that bitch down.
If the Bengals, I will say this. If the Bengals do not win this game to start the year, I'm convinced they will never win a game to start a year under Zach Taylor. Like, there's on paper, eye test, everything. There's no reason for them to lose this game. I actually think what Dallas brought up, them playing guys in the preseason, I think that's a smart move. I think that could help them. And, like, my brain is telling me, like, the Bengals should win this game. Obviously, they should win it. I think that move of them playing starters will help them. I think they could break it. But until I see them win a week one game under Zach Taylor, I'm going to pick the other team. It doesn't help that Burrow also struggles against the Browns and Myles Garrett. So, yeah, I know I'm fucking – everybody knows I was going to pick the Browns, but I am going to pick the Browns.
All right. Raiders at Patriots. Mike Vrabel returns as a head coach of the New England Patriots. Oh, man. Mike Vrabel versus Pete Carroll in week one is going to be a good matchup. I'm not going to lie.
I can't wait.
That Raiders, I wasn't super high on the Raiders heading into this year, but I think Ashton Gentile will be fun to watch this game and see his debut. But just so I don't, step on anybody's toes.
Don't fucking do it.
Do you want to say the line for me?
You don't say it. It's a part of my prediction, motherfucker.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pick Mike Vrabel and the Patriots.
That's fine.
I think this is going to be a great test for the Raiders. More specifically, Ashton Gentile. I think Mike Vrabel has got this Patriots defense kind of rallied this year. I do got the Patriots as my pick to win the game, but I think this is going to be a good showcase of Ashton Gentile playing against a solid defense and hopefully succeeding. We want to see everyone succeed other than Vildor, but I'm going Patriots.
Pete Carroll back in football with Gentile. Obviously, he had Marshawn Lynch for a long time. Is crazy. There's a lot of solid pieces. Jacoby Myers did request a trade. I know we didn't touch base on that, which is a bit odd so close to the season.
Kenny Pickett now on the Raiders.
And he's
true.
and
true.
he's now
he has value.
He's still
the
questionable for this game.
And I know and Jacoby Myers is the wide receiver one. I don't know that. I haven't really looked into it to know much, but screw you, Donnie. Never count out Mike Vrabel. Never.
I'm gonna log the fuck out.
Never count out Mike Vrabel ever. And I'm not counting them out. I got the Patriots. If it was in Las Vegas, I would probably go Las Vegas, but I'm going with the Patriots.
I hope Mike Vrabel watches this podcast.
I'm just sure this man.
And hears us.
He's like he's like our biggest fan. He's like, these guys love me so much.
He's one of our 5 subscribers.
Yeah.
Marshall, go fuck
we got
yourself.
okay. First off, we got 114. All right, shout out all 114. 30 of them being my emails.
Fuck you, man.
Who you picking?
Now he has to count out Mike
You
Vrabel.
Now he
ruined
has
it.
to out of spite.
I was gonna do this whole build up. I was gonna sell, I was gonna give every good point for the Raiders, like Pete Carroll.
But you
Actually-
never count out Mike Vrabel. Give me
You
the
know,
Patriots.
I was gonna say the Raiders are a team renewed with Brady at the
Hey, you
helm,
can still
but
do
you
it.
never count out Mike Vrabel. And
There you go.
you're a fucking scumbag. I hope you know that. Fuck you. Give me the Patriots.
I thought he was gonna go Raiders.
I thought he was about to
Actually
pick Raiders out of
pissed me
spite. He thought about it for a second.
Because Colin didn't say it, and I was like, sweet, I'm going to get through it. I didn't think Dallas would say it. I'm like, sweet, I'm going to get through it. I was like, he'll let me have this. And then you fucking say it. And that actually pissed me off. Move on.
All right, Sunday 4
fuck.
o'clock games. 49ers at Seahawks. Another divisional matchup. A lot of divisional matchups this week.
I think it's all the matchups.
It's not.
Yes.
We just picked an AFC West versus AFC East
All right,
team.
I'm fucking rattled. I'm pissed. Let's fucking let it go.
Spencer Rattler.
Anyway, Bengals or not? Jesus, not Bengals at Browns. I was looking at the wrong one.
Bengals at Browns.
49ers at Seahawks. Sam Darnold's debut in Seattle. That feels horrible. Yeah, give me the 49ers. I think Sam Darnold outside of that Viking system is going to go back to being mediocre.
Yeah, I'm going to keep this one simple. I'm going to go 49ers. Just don't trust Sam Darnold.
CBS Sports actually had their predictions come out. They have the 49ers beating the Ravens in the Super Bowl
That's
this year,
insane.
which is wild. This one I definitely got the 49ers winning. I am not going to put any faith in that Seahawks team until I see what they're actually made of. I think they have about 1,000 question marks on the entire team. New wide receivers, new quarterback, new everything. So
Kenneth Walker's bald now.
Go.
Oh,
Yep,
demon
going,
time.
going,
Demon time.
going 49ers.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of teams. I don't know if it's more so than usual. I think there's a lot of teams just kind of like stuck in limbo or just like stuck in the mud more so than usual. I think the Seahawks are like a peak example of that. I don't really know what the fuck they're doing. Like, Sam Darnold is not the move. He should have never left Kevin O'Connell.
It sounded like Kevin O'Connell was trying to move on from him.
Probably.
I know, but I don't know, man. If I was him, I would have just begged him to stay. I would have not went to fucking Seattle. The Niners, I don't think are going to be that good, but I think they're going to benefit from a weak schedule, and I think that definitely starts this week. I don't even know where this game is, and I don't even think it fucking matters. I think the Niners are going to win pretty convincing.
All right. Titans at Broncos. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah, give me the Broncos. I think Cam Ward's gonna have a tough game against the secondary for sure. But I still got hope for him in the end. But give me the Broncos.
I think we see a lot of what we saw in CJ Stroud, a lot of promising aspects of this game. Like, it's not anything great. Maybe no passing touchdowns, but no interceptions. Maybe it's just a clean-ish game that he just doesn't have enough to get it done. It's a lot of just learning the whole NFL system. So I think it's an okay game for Cam Ward, but I'm still taking the Broncos. They look pretty dang good this year.
Yeah, unless Cam Ward comes out and he's on some Jane Daniel shit last year or CJ Stroud the year before that. I don't think the Titans have a fucking chance in this game. I think Cam Ward's gonna. I'm not even like a hater of his. I just think this is about the toughest draw you could get for week 1.
It's in Denver, so that altitude's gonna fuck with him.
It's not even. I think Pat Surtain just completely shutting down half the field for a rookie's debut when he already doesn't have great weapons or a good coach or a good O-line. I just think that's an incredibly tough ask. So, like, I'm not even hating on Cam Ward. I just think he's going to be in hell for four quarters. So,
yeah,
I'm taking the Broncos pretty easily.
Yeah. All right, 425 games, the one that we're all looking forward to or dreading, depending on how you feel about it. Lions at Packers. Man, if we lose on my birthday to the Packers, I'm going to lose my mind. No, we talked about Micah Parsons earlier. I don't think it's going to be a huge factor in this game, being that he's only going to have been there for a little over a week and he's dealing with that back injury. Like Marshall said, he might not even play. We'll see. But I don't think it's going to matter too much, even if he does. I do think the Lions come back a little bit healthier from last season, and they come out with a dub in this one in Lambeau. Lions own the Packers lately, so keep that streak going.
You know what they say in Green Bay? Go, Pack, go and lose to the Lions once again. Give me the Detroit Lions. Easy, too. I'm saying
all right,
easy.
Marshall. This is the real pick. Because are you going to continue last year's theme of picking against the Lions so they win?
He stopped it like halfway through last year.
I was about to say it was around week 15 I stopped and I started running with them. And then we did lose first round playoffs.
I was saying, then you picked the Lions, and then we lost to the Commanders. So
solid. I don't know if I picked the Commanders or not. I can't remember, and I don't even have the paper to tell me. But we'd have to go back and watch. 2 solid 425 games here. Lions, Packers, and then Texans, Rams. Both games I would love to watch on their own. I'm notorious for fading the Lions. And that will start today. Give me the Packers in Green Bay to start out the season.
Yeah.
Hammer and Lions money line now.
Lambeau season opener. Pretty tough draw for an opening game. I think this is the best time to play the Packers in Lambeau is week 1. Both teams are going to be rusty. Both teams aren't going to play a perfect game. Weather-wise, I think you're definitely right.
Mm-hmm.
Not even just weather. I think neither team is going to play a perfect game, and I think one of the two quarterbacks is going to fuck up more, and it's going to be Jordan Love.
Yeah, I'd bet my life stayed with them. So you're not telling me anything.
We know Kirby owns the Packers.
Facts. That's true. Big game from Kirby Joseph.
Not that this really changes my pick, but I don't think Micah Parsons is going to play. And honestly, if he does, the Lions, I don't care what the fuck the script is. If he plays, I hope they run just fucking right off tackle at him for the entire first 5 plays. Run it right down his fucking throat and welcome him to the NFC North the way that it's going to be. Because he's not a great run defender, and I can't wait until I see either this game or when we play them on Thanksgiving and Monty just lowers his pads and runs right through Bro's chest. Fuck the Packers. I might not pick the Packers to win a game all year. They literally fuck Micah Parsons. Fuck Jordan Love. Lions by 50.
50.
I don't like that one. We did say that the Dolphins might put up 70 though. That's
still the craziest take today.
If the Lions win by 50,
you should have bought a lottery ticket that weekend.
I should have. If the Lions win by 50 against the Packers, I don't care how the season goes. I'll be happy.
In Lambeau too.
1-16
in Lambeau. There's nothing better than watching those fat fucks leave that stadium disappointed. So I've been there with Marshall. I hate that entire city. I hate that fan base. It is more than football. They can all go fuck themselves.
The fan base can go fuck themselves. The team can. The stadium can. The city's a nice city. I really enjoy Green Bay.
The city fucking sucks, and if it wasn't for cheese, their economy would fucking crumble. Give me the Lions
Mulan.
by a lot.
All right, we're
Lord.
moving on. Texans at Rams. Give me the Rams. I know Matthew Stafford's coming off that back injury, but we know that Matthew Stafford is a tough son of a bitch, and I don't think it's going to matter too much. And I think the Rams defense is going to be pretty good. CJ Stroud might bounce back, but I think it'll be a little too earlier in the year for us to really know for sure. And I think he's going to come out not super solid quite yet. So, especially on the road, give me the Rams.
Yep, I'm also going to go Rams. I think this defense for the Rams is going to be pretty good. I do have Jared Verse as my Defensive Player of the Year winner, so I could see him getting a good sack, maybe 2 sacks.
He's going to have to eat against a bad line like the Texans. If that prediction comes true, he's going to have to feed in games like that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this is going to be the game. He's got to start off hot. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams.
I am also going Rams. Even if Stafford doesn't play, somehow Jimmy Garoppolo is still a backup in the league. I didn't even forget he was in football. And even if it's not Stafford or Jimmy Garoppolo, Stetson Bennett is right there. So
it is confirmed that Stafford's starting, though.
Yeah. Let's say Stafford's playing.
Stetson Bennett. But yeah, give me the Rams. Either way, in LA, definitely has a little bit of a hinder on it, so I'll take Rams.
Yeah. Opposed to what Marshall just said, if Jimmy Garoppolo plays real snaps for the Rams this year, I am completely out the bandwagon. Jimmy G should not be in the league. That being said, I think Matthew Stafford isn't going to come out and look great. I don't know what his rapport is with Devontae Adams. I mean, they're both veterans, so I don't think it's going to take 5-6 weeks for them to get on the same page. I think they'll be on the same page relatively quickly, even with Stafford missing camp and practice and stuff. But I don't think the offense is going to come out and just be guns blazing. I don't think it's going to be peak offense immediately. But I don't think it has to be. I think this Rams D-line is going to put CJ Stroud in hell. Similar to what I said about Cam Ward against the Broncos defense. The Texans are doing this man CJ Stroud a disservice with this O-line they're giving him the last couple of years. Yeah, I think Jared Verse has a big day. I think the entire D-line has a big day. Give me the Rams pretty easily.
All right. First Sunday Night Football of the year, Ravens at Bills.
It's going to be a good fucking game.
What a Sunday night. What a premiere to Sunday Night Football,
They locked in with this pick. Just because it's in Buffalo, I'm going to lean Bills, but I would not be shocked if the Ravens come in and steal this one.
Yeah, I think this is a 50-50 game. I think the over on points, it's at 50.5. I think that's getting killed in this game. I'm going to lean on the Ravens to win this game. However, I think Lamar is going to want to try and prove that he should have won the MVP over Josh Allen. I don't think he should have, but that's besides the point. But I think the Ravens are going to start out hot. I'm not too sure on this Bills defense, so it's just going to be who can get the first stop, and it's going to go from there.
Man, if the Lions can pull out a win on the 425 slot, and then I get to finish off the day with watching all the touchdowns on Red Zone, and then Carrie Underwood pops up on my screen, I might faint. That might happen. And to back it up with a hell of a game to start out Sunday Night Football.
I'm the opposite. If we lose to the Packers and then I see Carrie Underwood pop up on my screen, I'm throwing the TV out the window.
I think I'm gonna go such a toss-up, honestly. I'm gonna go Baltimore. I think it's so hard. Either of these teams could come out slow. We've seen Buffalo have slumps. We've seen Baltimore have slumps. It goes back and forth. But at the end, they're both going to be there at the end of the year. It's just sometimes the Ravens can start out slow. Buffalo can start out slow. I'm going to go with the Ravens here. I think Derrick Henry and that run game are just crazy. Yeah, it's such a tough game. It's going to be a great game. But yeah, give me Baltimore.
Hold on just 1 second. I'm looking something up that I should have looked up beforehand. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I think I'm hoping for just a good game. I don't really care who wins this. I'm not a particularly big fan of either team, so I'm mainly hoping a good nightcap game. It's in Buffalo, which does give me some hesitation, but if you guys remember last year, the Bills walked into Baltimore and got fucking mollywopped 35-10. I don't think that it's possible for the Ravens to walk into Buffalo and Buffalo to do that back to them. I think they'll have extra motivation. I think it's going to be, somewhat close, but I think the Ravens win this pretty easily. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping this is a field goal, last-second game, worthy to end Week 1, or to end the first Sunday of Week 1. But I think the Ravens handle it pretty easily.
Yeah. Speaking of ending Week 1, Monday Night Football, Vikings at Bears, Ben Johnson's debut in Chicago. JJ McCarthy's Vikings debut as well. That's wild. Yeah, Ben Johnson's going to get it done Week 1. Give me the Bears.
Donnie, who'd you take? Baltimore or Buffalo?
You took Baltimore.
Okay. And you just took Ben Johnson.
Yep.
I am also going to rock with the Bears. I like Ben Johnson against this Vikings team in general. I know the Vikings defense is going to keep them in this game, however. So I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means. I think it's going to be really close. JJ, of course, this is technically his rookie year in a sense. Give him Rookie of the Year.
Shut up.
But let me go with the Bears. Keep it plain and simple. Marshall didn't like that comment.
No, I didn't like it.
Comeback player of the year, actually.
Comeback player of the year?
That's even worse.
That would be worse. I'm not going to lie. That would be 100% worse.
I don't know if that would be
That's
worse.
definitely worse.
MVP, some are saying.
Never mind. Never mind.
That's the worst.
Man, Minnesota's going to hand off the ball a lot. We know JJ McCarthy's a handoff merchant, so
This is true.
I'm going to go.
Shout out Blake Corum.
I'm going to go with Chicago in Chicago.
Marshall, I've been trying to find a way to break this to you.
Okay.
And there's no better
Are you
time.
pregnant?
That's fucking wild. That's
The way you break.
He is, and it's yours.
Oh, good lord.
we're cutting that. We're cutting that.
That's staying.
I haven't found a way to be able to tell this to you clearly, but my JJ McCarthy hate, I think, is starting to subside.
Okay, that's fine. You're a bitch.
I don't know what it is.
When have you ever been a JJ McCarthy hater?
Are we dead ass?
No, bro, he loves it, bro. He strokes his shit every fucking
No.
week.
I've been
Maybe
Marshall's
I'm cutting this.
Bro hasn't even played. Nothing has changed since he left Michigan till now. He hasn't played a snap of football. How do we change? Bro just said, you know what? I just decided I'm not a hater today.
Bro saw him throw to MSU legend Jalen Naylor in Vikings preseason camp.
All right,
Like,
I might pick a
MSU
tie.
legend.
All right, if we fucking bring up MSU. No,
You
I
just
don't-
woke up one day and said, you know what? He's a white quarterback, and that's all I know.
Yeah.
No, that's actually it. That's actually his criteria.
all right. Can we restart this? Because holy fucking shit.
Dallas has that
Good
power,
God.
so ask him.
We'll see.
Okay, no, I'm not. This isn't so much me being high on JJ McCarthy. It's me more seeing Sam Darnold and what he did in the league, going into a KOC system and looking like a top 10 quarterback. Do I think JJ McCarthy can walk into that same system and at least look adequate? I do. I think that the Bears are going to be good this year. I think I have them winning the division. I think they're going to be the best team in the North record-wise. But I don't see it starting week 1. I think Brian Flores runs a great defensive system. I think KOC I think it's going to be easier for JJ to slip in and play well immediately under Kevin O'Connell than it's going to be for Caleb to hit his stride in the Ben Johnson system, especially with all the reports out of camp I just don't think this week is the week for the Bears to start clicking. I think they'll be good a month from now. I don't think they're going to come out the gates firing. So give me the Vikings.
All right, that's picks.
All right, this is the fourth and wrong team parlay. Each of us are going to pick one leg of this 4-leg parlay, and we're going to see if it cashes. Colin, start us off with the first leg.
I'm going Jahmyr Gibbs. He was my offensive player of the year pick preseason. Going Jahmyr Gibbs, anytime touchdown scorer against the Packers.
All right. I am going to go with the second leg. I'm going to go Kyler Murray, alternative rushing yards 30 plus against the Saints.
I am going to go with Bucks money line. I don't know. I think it could be a small trap, but it being only at -2.5 spread, I'm just going to take Bucks money line just straight up. And I think the Bucks should be able to win that game. So it'd be something crazy if the Bucks did.
Yeah, I am gonna go ahead and start us off with Thursday night. So this parlay is either gonna be sitting good 48 hours from now, or it's gonna be
totally dead.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pick Eagles -9.5 against the Cowboys. Like I said, I think that the Cowboys are in bad shape, more so than player wise. I think they're in a bad shape vibe wise. I think this team is pretty lost right now, and I think the Eagles are buttoned up, dropping the banner. Emotions are going to ride high, and they're just going to come out and smack the Cowboys right in the mouth. So Eagles -9.5.
All right, Donnie, you said you got that in the FanDuel. What's the odds looking like?
Yes. Hold on, I have to. It's being slow, so I have to go back and do your.
The
Kyler
odds
Murray.
for that are at
Okay,
plus.
fuck off.
Well, I just already had it, so there wasn't just.
Yeah,
sitting there
well,
waiting.
you took my Mike Vrabel take, so you can shut the fuck up, and I can read the odds. So
Oh my god, then hurry.
And then if anyone wants to screenshot that and send it into the group chat, just so I can
Dallas, what
save
was
it.
your yardage for Kyler Murray?
30 plus?
All right, 25 plus because I don't have that option. Comes
Okay,
out.
that's
Comes out.
We're doing
to
FanDuel stuff, and you don't even have FanDuel.
four-leg parlay comes out to plus 1,100.
And if you're betting on FanDuel, it comes out to plus 1377. So
I'm doing 25 yards instead of 30, so those 5 yards by quite a fucking
hey,
bit.
when's the last time that you bet on something else? We were at a game and yours didn't hit because
I will be
you had
right
bet
back.
something else.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna
Okay.
talk about that. Go fuck yourself.
This is gonna spark up some conversation. This is keep 3, cut 5, all-time wide receiver edition.
Ooh.
If we're doing this as a team, I'm gonna choke these motherfuckers.
It's a
I swear to
team
God.
effort. Team
Off
effort.
rip, off rip, this is gonna be a problem.
So basically,
I'm gonna give you a wide receiver.
Majority vote.
Yep, I'm gonna give you a wide receiver. You guys, as a group, have to decide if we're
Not just
cutting
troll.
or keeping him. And you can only keep 3, and you
Wait,
have to
keep-
cut 5.
Keep 3, cut 5.
Yep.
Hold on. I'm not sure.
The first wide receiver, keep or cut Steve Smith.
Cut. I love Steve
Oh, we're going
Smith.
in blind, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I love Steve Smith, but unfortunately, he's probably a cut.
Yeah, I feel like we got to cut.
Yeah, I like Steve Smith.
I think there's going to be better
all.
all-time
I was a huge Steve Smith
wide
guy
receivers
when I
on
first
this
started
list.
watching
Means we're-
football.
If we were keeping 4, cutting 4, I would say keep. But it means we're cutting 5.
Yeah.
I
You
feel
can't
like,
start out with a keep and be Steve Smith.
Yeah, we're just gonna get better options than that. So, unfortunately, cut.
Next big ass Tom Kennedy.
Fucking auto keep.
All right, you cut Steve Smith. The next the next wide receiver, Chris Carter. Keep or cut?
That's a good one.
Everybody else.
I don't know. I'm kind
Feel
of
free to talk.
I'm kind of yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go cut.
I think Chris Carter is massively underrated all time. But I just think we're gonna get 3 better options.
Yeah, I'll go cut.
cutting Chris Carter. Next up, keep or cut Calvin Johnson.
Keep.
Yeah, you gotta keep him. He's a keep for sure. We've already
Yeah.
cut. If he was the first one, Donnie, maybe I'd be on your side, but we've already cut two. You gotta keep him.
Yeah. All right.
I don't even think it's like a question. I think you keep him regardless.
All right, keep or cut Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that's a cut.
That's a cut.
Yeah.
He might end up like top 10 all time once it's all
For
said
now,
and done,
he's a
but
cut though.
he ain't now. So
So we got
if
two
we
keeps
cut
and
Chris
two
Carter,
cuts
we gotta
left.
cut.
Yep, so you have 2 keeps and 2 cuts remaining.
Okay.
Better hope for some bangers, boys.
Keep or cut Marvin Harrison.
I think
That's keep.
that's a keep. I have him.
I'd say
I
that's
have
a
him over
safe
Chris.
keep.
I have him over Chris Carter. So, I think we're still on track. I'm gonna go keep.
I just think that's safe. I think the way this is going, I don't think we're getting Jerry Rice and Randy Moss. So, yeah, I would say that's a safe keep.
Yep, keep.
All right. Keeping Marvin Harrison, you can only keep 1 out of these 3 wide receivers. Next
Getting
up,
Jerry Rice and Randy Moss.
next
I
up,
agree.
keep or cut Randy Moss.
Oh,
Dallas
we
can
gonna-
go fuck.
yeah. We gotta keep him, and we just gotta hope these last two are.
Dallas just fucking literally set us up. Son.
That
Like,
sucks. We gotta keep him. We can't cut him.
I mean, yeah. But what if we
Alright.
get Jerry Rice?
Well, then we lost.
Then you just lost. Yeah.
All right. You decided to cut Steve Smith, to cut Chris Carter, keep Calvin Johnson, cut Tyreek Hill, keep Marvin Harrison, and keep Randy Moss. You also decided to cut Terrell Owens.
Oh, that's not too bad. He's definitely better than Marvin Harrison. He's not
Yeah.
better than Calvin Johnson, but that's not better than
Mm.
Marvin Harrison.
That's closer than what you wanted. But okay.
And you also decided to cut Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
So
We
I'd take out Marvin Harrison and throw in Terrell Owens, and that'd be perfectly fine. That'd be
Yeah.
perfectly good for me.
Top 3 should have been Randy Moss, Larry Fitzgerald, and Terrell Owens. Out of
So,
everybody.
yeah, that's where
else.
we disagree. I'm taking Calvin over Larry Fitz.
As soon as you guys kept Marvin Harrison, I knew it was a wrap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, the way it was going, we weren't expecting any big names. I thought it was all going to be guys of like.
I knew we were gonna get one, but I thought we were gonna be okay.
I thought it was going to be like Isaac Bruce, Steve Largent, like great guys, but not like top tier all time guys. As soon as you said Calvin Johnson, I was like, this motherfucker.
All right, that's it.
All right.
Right?
Well, we're finally into week 1 of the NFL season. Those are our week 1 picks. We talked
Sure
about the
talked
huge trade. A lot of questions are going to get answered here after week 1. Obviously, there's so much to talk about and so much to go through. So we can't wait to record next week after week 1 and see where we stand. And hopefully the Lions are 1-0 and we have a great week 1 of the NFL. Everyone enjoy watching week 1 of the NFL, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.